All right. As far as the injuries go, really Nick Bolton was the only one that got hurt a little bit, but he was able to come back in the game. Did a nice job finishing up. There are some good things. Most of all, the win was a positive here, and these things are hard to get in this league, and especially against this crew. They do a nice job, and against us, it seems like every time we play them, so it comes right down to the end. So a couple the highlights. Pat had a big day. He was 25 for 43 for over 300 yards, touchdown. Kels had a big day with 7 catches for 68 yards, and D-Hop showed up with 4 catches for 90 yards. And then we did a nice job on third downs. The red zone, we've got to do better there. We were 1 for 5 in the red zone, and that's not good enough when you're playing a team like this. So we've got to take care of business there. The 6 penalties on the offense and the defensive side was not a positive either. We've got to make sure we clean some of those things up. It's hard to go backwards in this league and win games, and we were doing it there a little bit. On the defensive side, Bolton had a nice day with 10 tackles, and the fumble recovery at the end was tremendous. George had a sack and a deflection, which was big, and then Chris Jones came up real big with the 2 sacks, and he was playing on the other side there. It was good to get Omenihu suited up and playing. And then our kicker, Matt, with 4 kicks. He had the long one that he missed, but that was a long shot to start with. And then the other ones that were more in that range where you've got to be consistent. He was consistent with it. So, but the guys get a little bit of rest here, which I think is a good thing, coming off the short week and the kind of crazy schedule that we have. So they're going to get a couple days off, and I know they'll take advantage of that by resting up. So with that, time's yours.
Can you take us through just the left tackle and then making the switch?
Yeah, so Wanye was struggling a little bit, so moved Joe over there, Caliendo in at guard. I thought it was the right thing to do at that time. Talked to Andy about it. He agreed with it, and so we made that move. And just to solidify things, Pat took a few hits there, and so we were struggling at times.
How disruptive is it to your offense that
Well, I tell you, yeah, I mean, I think you know this, Sam, but I would tell you that it's disruptive to any offense if the quarterback's getting hit and not able to get the ball off, and so that can be a problem. Now, listen, he's playing against a couple of good players, and so, but you've got to do better than what we did there.
Talked to Wanye in there a little bit. He was disappointed himself for penalties as well. Those are things you just can't do in that spot, especially when you're struggling.
Yeah, good observation. Yeah, can't do that. So penalties are killers in this thing, and then the sacks are killers. So going backwards.
Andy, you guys clinched a playoff spot today, as you know. Does this one feel any different given the down-to-the-wire nature of almost all these games?
Well, it's a lot earlier than the other ones.
Coach, can you take us through the play at the end with the fumble and kind of what your view of it was and the referee's explanation? It seemed a little confusing.
Yeah, it wasn't confusing from our standpoint. We were good with it. They had to clarify a couple things, but it was a fumble, and they just wanted to make sure they had all the bases covered.
how much consideration did you give going for it there?
Yeah, I did. I considered it. That's why I called the timeout there. Hindsight, it might have been a good thing to do it, although we came out with a win. So.
What was it?
46 times, only 14 rushes. How much of that had to do with the protection, or was it just a product of how the game was going that you went away from that?
The run, you're saying? Yeah, well, we weren't doing too good with it. And so I felt the way they were playing, they were bringing an extra guy. I felt like we were better off with a short passing game, which was working. We were going up and down the field. We just weren't doing very good in the red zone. So we were struggling with the runs early. And so that was a decision I made with.
Andy, why did you decide to punt there?
Yeah, listen, I mean, that's one of those catch-22s either way. I would tell you that our our punter was on fire today, doing a great job, and he backed him up, and I've trusted what we would do defensively there. So,
Did Frazier for you there at all?
well, we talk. I mean, yeah, we talk. Yeah.
How did you sense Pacheco and then he came out from everything?
Say that again, Pacheco.
Back in the lineup?
Yeah, that was great. I thought that was a positive. It was good to get Pacheco some reps in there. I thought he did a nice job when we had an opportunity to run.